Hello loves, welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title, this is not my typical Friday video. I have not been compelled to film dining or shopping experiences nor share that while we are witnessing the genocide in Palestine. Despite propaganda, it is no secret that Israel is ethnically cleansing Palestinians. To be for the freedom of Palestinians and against Israel's war crimes is not to be anti-Semitic or against Jewish people, despite the false narrative that is being pushed. And I know a lot of people have that fear of saying that they stand with Palestine because of that. You know, it is not to be for the Hamas bombings or the hostages. We can all detest this, as these are all victims of war. However, Israel has been occupying Palestine since 1947 and wiping out lineages for 75 years. People have had to live in this prison with checkpoints. In just 10 days, 1 million people have been displaced. 4,200 people, 4,200 souls have been killed. And there's a huge number of people that have not been accounted for under. These numbers include women, they include children. And we should also note that the Palestinian population is 40% children. Israel has cut these kids off, and a lot of the innocent civilians off, from water, electricity, from food. There are even some Israeli citizens that are making fun or making jokes about this, while they simply get to live on with just their basic needs. There are elderly that can't get their medicine. They have been kicked out of hospitals. The Palestinian population was told, and they thought that this was going to be a way out. Well, actually, they were forced into evacuation, right? But they were murdered once they reached the site. And they are constantly withstanding bombings. White phosphorus is being used on them. And the effects of that, I can write down a whole list for you, or I can provide that, is astounding. It's very inhumane. And they have no safe haven. There is a lot of information to weed through, but it's not hard to miss the truth. There's a false narrative that is being pushed, and this is to justify Israel's inhumane actions. But don't allow yourself to consume just anything. You can take all the facts, you can learn, you can read through the things and figure out the proper information. Media can always sway you. Our president and our government are furthering the bias with false claims, right? CNN, other legitimate sites like New York Times or whatever, they posted these baseless facts about Hamas beheading 40 babies to further push for the slaughtering of Palestinians, only to debunk it in the coming days with no evidence. So we must show support for Palestine. And this video is to raise awareness, and simply because I don't have it in me to think about anything else. We should not let it divide humanity. There has been an increase in anti-Muslim and Arab rhetoric. The Jewish community has protested against Israel's war crimes, and that support on its own is beautiful and very telling. It's hard to kind of do that and to fear the backlash. But you can support just by simply reposting the truth. I've also added links for petitions and for fundraising for aid to Palestinians. Another way to support is to stop purchasing from brands that fund the Israeli government and their military. And that's only if you can, of course. I do want to thank you guys for watching this video and for your continued support. And I hope to see you guys next Friday.